Good morning, YouTubers, friends, followers, subscribers, Trevorites, lovers, haters, chicken chasers, and those wasted spaders. But mainly to the subscribers, thank you for continuing to stay with me on this channel. We are lifting up. For those of you last night that tuned in to listen to myself and Russ on his channel, Absolutely Average, thank you very much for that. It was enjoyable. I actually enjoyed it. Quite a good chat. So thank you. And thanks to those who helped out in the moderators like Jody and those and Blood Note. Appreciated it. Right. This morning, Saturday morning, my son, everything's packed up. My dog, obviously not packed up, ready to go back to mummy. We're all ready to go back to mummy at the minute. All done. So I'll be doing that straight after the video. But what's happening in the news? What's happening in the news? Right. There's a few things which sort of make your mind explode. They make your mind explode. And by the way, I will be leaving links to these stories all in the description of this video. Okay, right. Freddie Flintoff. No, well, that's his nickname, isn't it? Andrew Flintoff. We know that he's quit BBC's Top Gear. We know that he won't get back into sports cars after he was airlifted to hospital with facial injuries and broken bones in a 130-mile-an-hour crash. Well, there's rumour, very strong rumour, that he's going to sue the BBC's Top Gear, BBC Studios, to cover the cost of his loss of earnings and to pay for, listen to this, he also wants compensation to pay for the air ambulance's fuel who came to pick him up. That's very generous. So there we go. So he wants compensation for loss of earnings and he wants to reimburse the air ambulance crew who had to fly out to help him. I think that is fantastic, and I hope he gets the money for it. Yes, all good. What else is going on? Well, quite a few things. We have had a breakthrough. Now, I think I'm the first person to talk about this live on my channel. So here we go. There has been a massive breakthrough in world sports for women. Yes, there has. World Athletics Council Chairman Lord Sebastian Coe has announced that there is to be a total ban on transgender women in all international female sports. That is a fact. Long time coming. I would like to say take my hats off to Sharon Davies, MBE, for her hard work and dedication in highlighting this travesty in women's sport. I hope that all these records that were broken by trans women are now deleted and we're back to having proper women competing against them. And I think it's fantastic. It's a breakthrough. Well done to Lord Sebastian Coe and to all those female athletes that have been campaigning tirelessly to get this resolved. So there we go. You heard it here first. But there's also a little bit of sad news. Listen to this. French President Emmanuel Macron has made a very, very strong announcement, which is sad for France. He has told King Charles that it would not be safe for him to visit France, as France is unsafe to visit. Now, there we go, eh? France is not a country that it used to be, eh? Wow. It's quite sad to announce as a president that your country is not safe for visitors to come. Or is he doing it cunningly? Maybe he doesn't want to visit. Maybe he just doesn't want to see King Charles. But now he set precedent. He set a precedent now where he's saying it's unsafe for King Charles. So it's going to be unsafe for President Biden. It's going to be unsafe for every other leader to go there. So there we go. Quite sad, but that's where France is, isn't it? These are his words, not mine. Right. Now, here's something which is a bit strange I heard this morning. UK Armed Forces Minister James Heapy has made an announcement. He has said, which I had an inkling of this. I think most people with a military mindset knew this was happening. The UK have given away so much in our defence budget, in our military equipment, in our resources to Ukraine that we've left ourselves rather short. Okay? That's the same as most companies at the minute, I think. However, we have given, and this is from the Armed Forces Minister's mouth, not mine, we have given Ukraine better equipment, better uniforms, better weaponry than we have in our own UK forces. So we're giving them the best of kit, and even our own armed forces aren't up to the same scratch as the Ukrainian kit and equipment now. Which is a very sad, sad thing to say, actually. If only there was a ploy. If only there was a ploy to lower the morale of the veterans community, which is not happening at the minute. It's not, thanks to Johnny Mercer, who's keeping the morale of the veterans community slowly getting better and better and better, because we're seeing the hard work he's putting in, which is great news, isn't it? I used to criticize not him, but I used to criticize the role he was in, and it could have been any other MP. When you're in a role looking after veterans, the truth is, veterans, in order for things to hurt myself the other day. In order for things to improve in the veterans community, you need to constantly keep your foot on the gas and constantly moan and moan and moan and moan and moan until eventually people get sick of it and they go, ugh, and they force things through for change. See, the day that the veterans community stop moaning is the day we rest on our laurels and nothing will improve. So we need to keep the goal. However, veterans like me, who used to be a pain in the ass for MPs, I've taken my foot off the gas and I can relax because we actually have Johnny Mercer in there who's making positive changes and he's kicking people up the backside. So it's great news. However, and I will point this out, and I'll explain why. I get called a racist and a bigot quite a lot. And I'll explain the method behind that. Quite some time ago, retired officers got in touch with me and asked me to help them push forward or to highlight or to help promote a campaign to rehouse Afghan citizens, Afghan refugees, whatever you want to call them. They wanted me to help them raise that profile so they could raise money. They wanted to raise money to pay for these Afghans coming to the UK. Right. I said no. I said, I'm sorry, it's no. And I did a couple of interviews on TV and I said, I don't think we owe, this is why I get called a racist bigot. I said, I don't think we owe Afghans anything whatsoever. You've got to remember that we were there for so many years. We lost 456 lives. And some of our soldiers were shot in the back by Afghans that were rogue Afghan army and police. I didn't like going out on patrol with the Afghan army because they were always stoned and they were unreliable and you didn't know what they were going to do. So that's my opinion. Other soldiers went out and had other units went out and had professional Afghan soldiers with them. Well done to them. I didn't have that luxury in Sangin. I had stoned out of their head soldiers and I didn't trust them. So as far as I'm concerned, I didn't want to get involved in helping to rehouse people. So I said no. Now, but I didn't just say no to that. I actually then turned around and said, if I'm raising money for anybody, my loyalties lie with the wounded British soldiers that came back from Afghan. My loyalties are raising money to help them with mental health. My loyalties are with UK veterans. Now, that does not mean a white UK veteran. That means my loyalties lie with veterans. All colours, all creeds, all religions. I don't care. My loyalties are here. So because I turned my nose up at a certain thing and I stood by my own morals, that's like, oh, that's because Trevor's a racist and a bigot. No, if that's what you think, then you go with that narrative and you run with it. Run with it. Every time I do something, throw it at me. Trevor's a racist and bigot. I will explain that till the cows come home. At the end of the day, that is why people label me like that. But you know what? It just goes to show what type of mental capacity these individuals have, because I turned my nose up at helping a small narrative of people. And I do not regret saying it, and I stick by it. Because if you make a commitment to look after people, then you've got to see it through. Anyway, listen. Thank you to those who continue to support this channel through my PayPal. There will be a link on the top of the messages. You don't have to donate. I don't make anyone donate. I'm going to be honest, it keeps me focused. It keeps me moving forward. Whether I get £5 a month or whether I get £57 a month, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if people are enjoying my videos, I will continue to keep going. And we'll get there in the end. But it is Saturday. What you should do is what I do. If you've got parents, ring them up, have a chat with them, see how they are. Exactly. Once your parents go, I'm sure life doesn't get better once your parents go. Life probably starts to suck. Anyway, listen, I'm off. I've got to do a few errands. Take care. Have a great day. But most of all, stay safe.